This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hello, pet lovers. This is Michelle Fern, your host on Best Bets for Pets. You know, today we're all about technology, right? Well, what about technology for your pet? Yes. And we're going to talk to someone from a company that utilizes this technology in their pet products to make your life easier and your pets, I guess, more enjoyable. We'll be right back.
How many of you have pets? My hand's raised. Now think about how lucky you are to have such a sweet little pet in your life, and that pet is lucky to have you too. But unfortunately, there are countless pets out there that don't have a home to call their own. However, Bob's from Skechers is trying to change that. So we developed Bob's for dogs and cats to help pets in need. With every purchase of adorable Bob's footwear or fun, stylish apparel, or even the cutest Bob's pet accessories, Skechers makes a donation to Petco Love to help save shelter pets. And with your help, we've already saved the lives of over 1 million pets and raised over $7 million. So while you're getting style and comfort with features like Skechers' famous memory foam cushioning, you're also helping to save an adorable pet in need and helping another lucky owner be connected with a future best friend and companion, because happiness is having a loving pet by your side. Find Bob's at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, select Petco locations, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to welcome Jeh Lin. He's the general manager at Petlibro. Welcome, Jeh.
Hi, Michelle. Hey, everybody.
You know, when I was talking about my intro, I said about making your pet's life more enjoyable. And it sounds like we're talking about some kind of crazy toy for your pets. That's old tech. But we're talking about basics, food, and water. But first, I'm jumping the gun. Jeh, tell us a little bit about what Petlibro does.
Yeah, absolutely, Michelle. So Petlibro, our model is devoted love, hassle-free. We're definitely about, like you said, making the most essential things to, both us people and pets, right? In terms of drinking and eating, to be an hassle-free thing, even though it's really essential to all of us, right? So I think Petlibro, we set out our vision to be a company that help pet owners, parents, to take care of their pets, cats and dogs in the best, healthiest way possible. So, we started the company around June of last year, 2020, and we've launched our automatic pet feeders, pet water fountains, to really, again, helping pet owners to be able to feed their pets whenever, wherever, in a healthy way. But that's really the model. Obviously, Michelle, as we all know, right? We love our pets. So we want to do what's best for them. And these are some of the products that, being a devoted love, loving our parents, but using technology, leveraging technology in a hassle-free way.
Right. It's not just to, as we'll talk further on, it's not just to make, the pet parents' life easier. It's actually beneficial, especially with your Capsule water fountain, to make your pet's life better.
Yep.
Better hydrated cat is always better. And that's always a challenge for cat pet parents, especially. But let's talk first about the Granary feeder. It has a gorgeous design and it's very easy to use. Give us some of the details. And while it's a small feeder, it's good for cats, but it's also good for small dogs.
That is correct. So the Granary pet feeder, Michelle, is kind of like going along the lines of what we set the company out to do, right? As you probably saw, Michelle, that we have quite a few generations of pet feeders already, even though, like I said earlier, we've only been around since June of last year, right? But we're able to kind of, reiterate and innovate our pet feeder solutions, to really fit what the pet owners are looking for, right?
Why do we need an automatic feeder? I mean, some people think, well, it's only if you go away or, this, but there's many uses for the automatic feeder.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Why do we need it? Besides the fact that they come in handy if you're going out of town, or say if you're going to have a longer day than necessary, or if it's just overnight, especially for cats. But there's even more uses than that.
I think you definitely brought up the two immediate uses for automatic pet feeders in general, Michelle. One is that, hey, if we go on some sort of trip and we have to leave our pets at home, right? Definitely that's where the automatic pet feeder comes in handy, right? But we definitely have seen feedback from cat owners. I think this happens more with cats and dogs, that oftentimes cats wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, or just, when we're dead asleep, right? And they're meowing and they want us to feed them, and they want to wake us up, right? But again, we love our pets, right? What are we going to do? Leave them hungry, that type of thing. So I think in the incidents of like, midnight feeding, whatnot, that the automatic pet feeder with ability to be able to schedule different feeding times, that's definitely has been very helpful for pets as well. But I think overall, Michelle, I think the number one thing for automatic pet feeder is that you're able to schedule feeding, right? And you're able to control the portions. So for example, if you want to have your pet eating 3 times a day, just like humans, you can do that. And you really control the portion so that each meal, exactly how much they're eating, right? But if you also want, I've been told that, hey, maybe it's better to have smaller meals, more than 3 times a day throughout the day, right? Then fine, let's do that with our pets as well. Having more meal times, but you control the portion, let's say lowering the portion, our setting goes from 1 to 9. Each portion is about 10 grams, so maybe you do 5 feedings. Each feeding is only 3 portions, for example. But long story short, end of it is that I think it's all about the ability to be able to measure and making sure that your pets are eating the proper portions that you think is right, and at whichever exact time, building a good, healthy habit, for the pets.
So let me ask you something that pet parents are thinking about, because I know that you can set it up and specific times and intervals or so forth. So is there a way your pet can figure out, if I raise my paw over on this, more food comes out. There's some smart ones out there. So, and gorge themselves. My dentist would do that. He walks across, when you were saying about their nocturnal, I get up usually about 6, and he walks on my pillow, practically on my head to get me up, and taps me.
There you go.
Eating. The 3 cats are up on cat trees, and they have cat tree trays. So their food is raised, because my dog is now in doggy heaven. He used to eat from the cat bowls. So we had to come up with something. But he actually is tapping me as I'm feeding the cat, knowing he's going to get his food in, 3 seconds. So I could see him trying to figure out a way to just get more and more. But it's foolproof, right?
Yep. Great point, Michelle. So as I was saying earlier, right? Granary is probably our 3rd, 4th generation automatic pet feeder. And you're right, our very first generation, right? The cap wasn't locked. So yeah, some of the cats are really smart. They figured out what's happening, right? They would just use their paws and just knock the top off where you usually pour in the pet food, right? So by this generation with the Granary, we actually have a very specific locking mechanism. So it's definitely like, let's just say, quote unquote, cat paw proof, where they cannot knock it open. But it's very cute to see them do that. It's like, man, if I'm a cat, I want to eat, I want to get more, right? So, but yeah, we have that locking mechanism.
Let me just tell you what Dennis used to rip open. The dog foods come in bags. Before I got one of those metal containers, dog food that comes in bags, the dry kibble.
Yep.
He would rip it open. Eat out all the time. We're talking dog food for a 50-pound dog. That's not little cat tiny. He doesn't care. So Dennis did not mess with the Granary feeder. He did not ruin it or knock anything over. So if it's Dennis proof, I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine for your cat. Dennis he's part Maine Coon, so he's a big cat.
Wow. Cool.
Yes, it's amazing. Well, you know what? let's take a really short break and we'll be right back. And we're going to talk about your amazing water fountain. We're going to be right back. Hey everyone, Michelle Fern here. I want to tell you about Carlson Pet Products. They are a family-owned, budget-conscious company specializing in creating pet safety products to keep your pet happily protected from the puppy stage through the senior years. Carlson offers a variety of products such as pet pens, folded elevated beds, crates, and pet gates. Their portable pet pens are lightweight and foldable and have a carry bag for storage when you're on the go. I love traveling with my portable pet pen from Carlson. It's made traveling with Nikki so much easier. I've used my portable pet pen at home, again, traveling, or even when I'm doing a short road trip. They're also ideal to use at home, traveling, or simply headed to the park down the street. The portable pet pens come in 2 sizes, 6-panel or 8-panel, and they give your pet ample room to move around. Plus, you can add an attachable canopy to create a shaded outdoor oasis for your pet. Visit carlsonpetproducts.com to get 25% off your order, plus free shipping using the promo code PETLIFE.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We're talking with Jeh Lin from Petlibro, and we're going to now talk about your other great electronic techie, it's not that techie, but the Capsule water fountain. You know, I think it's more 2 schools of thought, but more toward water fountains versus non for cats for drinking. So before we talk about the features and wonders and great things about your water fountain, why is it that it's so much better for your cats to drink from a water fountain and more likely that they will?
Yeah, great question, Michelle. I think I'll answer that question in twofold, right? First off, I think with a water fountain, there is a filter built in, right? So definitely you want to, just the same as humans, you want to give your cats clean filter water always. If it were a still water bowl, right? Again, we all love our pets, right? You know, and some of us, you know, let's say we use a Brita, right? And pour filter water into a bowl as well. But as the water is standing still over time, you know, dust gets in there or whatnot, whatever, right? Especially if we're not home and we're not changing it constantly. So having a filtered water fountain is definitely much healthier for cats. That's one. And then 2 is that, again, as all the cat lovers out there know more than me, now I own a corgi, so I'm a dog person, I guess. Cats, they love playing, right? Michelle, if you actually see some of the Petlibro Capsule videos on TikTok or YouTube, right? You know, you see cats like they're just like using their paws, playing with, you know, whether the water coming from the little sprout, shooting it out, or from the brooks, right? It makes them very interested in the water, and they love it as well. It's almost kind of like, you know, 2 in 1, playing plus drinking water. So I think those are the 2 main reasons why the water fountains are definitely, you know, a much better choice for cats when it comes to their drinking water.
And better that they don't turn on your water faucet and just leave it on and drink.
Exactly.
I haven't had that happen, but I've heard about that many times.
Cats are smart, right?
Oh boy, you have no idea. Okay, so before we talk about how to, you know, some tips on, well, let's talk about the details of the water fountain, but I wanted to tell you something. So I've used water fountains for my cats for a while because I have bowls also, because now the dogs liked from the bowl, and they each had a particular bowl they liked. So I have 3, and I have to tell you, the cats really liked yours the best.
Oh, cool.
And because I had them all lined up. I'm not going to tell you the manufacturers, but one of them, my partner bought, he likes disco, so it has like disco lights. I don't know why he thought the cats would like it, but you know.
Interesting.
But they liked yours the best. So I don't know if it was and I had the spout up at the higher level, but we'll talk more about that. So I don't know. Was it the filtration? Was it how the water came out? I don't know. But I noticed that I was watching, and yep. So they liked yours the best. Tell us about how the capsule water fountain works.
Absolutely. So I think I'll mention really fast two, three things about Capsule, right? The capsule, first thing, the capsule is almost kind of like the Granary that you and I were talking about earlier, right? As you can kind of see from our products, Michelle, is that first and foremost, we definitely care about the product ID design. So hopefully you can also kind of see that it just looks aesthetically pleasing. It kind of fits into any home environment, looks kind of cool. And again, I know I am from Petlibro, but Michelle, I think, to be honest, I think our water fountain from a look and feel perspective, the ID design is definitely probably one of the better looking pet tech products out there. Same thing with the Granary. So I think first thing is the ID design. It just looks cool, right? A couple other things about the
looks
capsule
cool,
water fountain.
looks sleek.
Yep.
And it's small, it's simple, it does what it's supposed to do. It doesn't have unnecessary, I don't know, gadgets and stuff that you don't need. It's suitable for what it's for your cat, for your small dog.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, first and foremost, it's still about user function, right? Does it do what it's supposed to do, keeping your cats and dogs, hydrated, right? Anytime, anywhere, it does that. And then, so we definitely care about the features part equally, if not more. But the features, same thing, just like the Granary, we iterate the product over time. This, by now, the capsule is also probably our second, third generation as well. So one is that, Michelle, you can kind of see the water fountain, the water level. We have that nice, clear, see-through thingy, right? So you can kind of see if your water level is down, that you need to pour more water, and then how the cat drinks it. And you mentioned one is the spout. You can kind of raise it to the top. Water comes out from the spout, or just have it take out the spout, and then the water is kind of bubbling, right? So we also notice that that's kind of what the cat wants. And then the surface where the cat drinks from, right? It's very clean, so prevents them from having acne. And then there's obviously the filter inside. It does what it's supposed to do, Michelle. Again, ultimately, all we want for our pets is basically have clean, filtered water. So it's a very simple, eye-pleasing, seamless setup that just does what it does. So.
Okay. Does it matter where your cat drinks from? One drank from the top of the little spout. One drank from the sides. One drank from the bottom where the water was. So I feel like it's this is like, one little piggy went to market. I don't know what, they all drank different ways. So as long as they drink, I guess is okay.
Exactly. I think from the spout, and again, you probably know this better than I do, when it's coming from the spout, right? Cat loves it. Again, I've seen videos of cat just, using their cute little paws and just like, playing with the stream of water coming down, right? So I think there is that fun factor involved, I guess, with the spout, but hey, to each its own, right?
Yeah. Sometimes who knows why they do what they do, especially cats. You don't know. I don't know. They're mystical beings that we just love. Speaking of, what would be your suggestion on the best way to teach your cat to drink from a fountain? Because I don't know, say that you've just maybe had a dish out or something, or you've used a fountain that was sluggish or didn't work as well or something. What do you think is the best way to get your cat involved to drink from the fountain? Or if your cat's maybe a kitten, never used a fountain?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a great question. And I'm pretty sure that's a question that, within the Petlibro community, the expert, cat parents will have suggestions on them. But if you were to ask me, right, I think the bottom line is just that because it is mechanical, Michelle. So you're right. I think some cats or kittens, they maybe initially be a little bit apprehensive, right? But I would just simply say, kind of put it out there, right? You don't have to obviously force your cat to drink from it right away, right? But have it out there, have them play around with it, have their water start coming out, and again, I've seen videos of cats just quickly within a few minutes start taking to it, and obviously, ultimately, cats, they do want to drink water. They like drinking water. So I would say that they will start playing around with it, especially because this one has the spout design, right? So perhaps maybe have the water come out from the spout first, have them play with it, right? And then eventually they'll drink from it,
Right. And what I've done, and like I said, I've had 3 out. I also keep a still bowl of water out because I have a little dog, and I don't think he'd know what to do with the fountain. So I'd like to think he's smart, but I don't know. Cats, I think, are smarter than him.
My corgi did take to the water fountain really fast, but I think it's also just because he was thirsty. So, hey, man, when you have no option, it is what it is. You got to drink it, right? So
maybe that would get Nikki. But what I noticed is my cats, they kind of observed, because I set yours up with the other to their house. They kind of observed and checked it out. And I think Molly was the boldest, of course. She's usually the most daring. She tried it first. And then, of course, Dennis was all in. Charlotte took a while because that's just how she is. So I think whatever you use currently, it's just like most things with pets.
Yeah.
With most things, with food, with, I don't know, just different things, the gradual always seems to be the best. Okay. We're not vets people, but I've talked to so many vets and so many people with these kind of things. And anytime you can do something on a gradual basis, give them the choice of what they currently have and bring the new, but let them know that they can still go back to the old because it might take them a little while. And then eventually when they're not using, the other thing, your still bowl of water, just take it away.
Yeah. I mean, I always kind of equate to, which is the truth, right? Because pets are like our children, right? So I have human kids of my own, right? And you nailed it on the spot, Michelle. I mean, we're not here to force whether it's humans to do things that they don't want to do initially, right? Then why are we forcing our pets to switch something? Especially, I mean, we're talking about water, right? We're talking about drinking and eating, so I think just in a natural, habitual way, giving them options, just as humans, we should respect, right? I think eventually they'll be able to, play with it and then start switching over to a water fountain, so life should be easy.
Yes, exactly. So Jay, with the capsule water fountain, we were talking about filters and everything. How often would the filter need to be changed? And can you just order them in like a 6-pack or something?
Yep. And I know you're going to ask about the filter. So yeah, the filter should be changed every 3 to 5 weeks, and yes, you can purchase them from our website. So it comes in like a 4-pack filter or 8-pack filter.
Okay. Now let's talk about the big question, because every time we have a show that features anything electronic, people think, oh boy, I'm not going to be able to afford this or this. But I'm telling you folks, this is very, very affordable, very affordable. Jay, what does the Granary feeder go for?
Michelle, the Granary feeder is at $69.99. That's the official listed price. During the holidays, we will have various promotions, with Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and all the way up and running up until Christmas, right? So definitely be on the lookout for special prices on the Granary. And it comes in 2 sizes, 3 liters and 5 liter Granary feeder.
Okay, 3 liter, 5 liters. So 3 liter for one cat, 5 liter for multi.
But hey, since Granary is so affordable, and we have seen parents literally having 2 to 3 Granary feeders, one individually for each cat.
Sounds good. Okay. And the capsule water fountain?
Yeah, the capsule water fountain, the listed price is at $29.99, believe it or not. And
that is that's fabulous.
I know.
I mean, $30 for electronic water fountain for your cat is great. Are the filters costly?
The filters, you can purchase them bundle pack. So for example, if, as you and I are speaking at this moment, right, if you were to get a capsule water fountain plus a 4-pack, is only $40.99. If you want to get a little bit more with the 8-pack filter, is only $49.99. But yes, you can definitely come back and get filters later on, separately as you use them.
They're a couple of bucks, which is a lot less than, a vet visit or worries about your cat not drinking water.
Yep. I mean, we as humans, we drink filtered water, right? Whether it's from the simple little thing like Brita or whatever, then, our pets should be drinking clean water too.
Exactly. Okay. Where can people buy these wonderful products? We talked about Petlibro, but where is the website? And if they cannot buy from Petlibro, where else can people buy from?
Sure. Definitely the 2-3 main destinations is that, yes, you're right, Michelle. They can go to petlibro.com, and that's petlibro.com. petlibro.com, or they can head over to Amazon. Maybe if they're Prime members, they can take advantage of the Prime, free shipping, whatever. We also offer free shipping from our website, but Amazon, our own website, and these products are also available on chewy.com.
Okay, wonderful. Well, it's very affordable and easily available. So all you pet parents, I hope you have fun shopping. Jeh, thank you so much for coming on Best Bets for Pets and telling us about the wonderful products you have at Petlibro.
Thank you, Michelle. It's been fun chatting with you.
Wonderful chatting with you. I hope all of you enjoyed the show. I certainly did and learned a lot. Please check out Petlibro, their Granary feeder, and the Capsule water fountain. I'm telling you, my cats love them. So thank you, cats, for having such a good time eating and drinking. Dennis, Charlotte, and Molly. And thanks, Nikki. He tried the water fountain, actually. Thanks to Jeh, my guest today. Thanks to everyone listening to Best Bets for Pets. Thank you so much. I've been doing this show now for 11 years. Lots of products, lots of great information, lots of great guests. And a huge thank you to my producer, Mark Winter, for making me and my guests sound amazing. Now, hey, keep listening. You never know what we have coming up.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.